welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. We are looking at the Wednesday night jackpot, my local club runs. I'm actually still in the tournament. I won my first round, so I'm just waiting on I'm going to be waiting on the winner of this match, I believe, for my next match. So figure I'm going to watch it. I might as well stream it and provide some commentary. So we got Steve on the top, Barry on the bottom. So we'll see how it goes. 7 point match. I guess this is the semifinals. Is that right? I don't know. Actually, we could check. Yeah, this is the quarterfinals. I'll be playing the winner of this match in the semifinals. That's what's going on. Okay, so the book play here is actually something that no one ever does, really. It's actually to bring, this is what the computer does, I mean, when it hits with the 4-3, it brings the 3 up for some reason, instead of playing 13 to 10. It's probably pretty damn close, though. I wouldn't think 13 to 10 would be like a real error. But I know, for some reason, I know the computer brings up 2 checkers there. A little unusual. I hardly ever see it. Does it also, if your opponent rolls a 6-1, and then you roll a 4-3, the computer also does like bringing up 2 checkers there. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure about that one. But even there, I think everything is pretty close. But it's a good play to know. I mean, comes up. Let's see. I'm just going to put it into the computer real quick and see how big a deal it is after the 2-1. Yeah, it's not there. It's close. It's close with what Barry did. Very, very close. Okay, so 3-3 for Steve here. Yeah, sort of a lot of options, including like making the 18 point. Hitting has a lot going for it too. Like you could hit 6-3 and then make the 3 point, and then play one more. You can also make the 5 point, hit with the 3, and then you still get to play one more. Maybe 21 to 18 here, though. Keep things spread out. Like you're sort of desperate for another anchor, so that sort of gives you the best chance to make another anchor, probably, or hit somewhere when he comes in and hits you back on the bar point or something. But I don't know. Steve's play looks okay. It's pretty reasonable what Steve did, and then there's probably all sorts of options there, though. Like I said, including making the 3. Although making the 3 does look a little funny. All right, so 2-2 for Steve. So you can make the 20. You can make then the 3, but then you got the last one. Maybe there's something here where you make the 20 and the 7 and leave the 3 point slotted, because this leaves black a little exposed to being battered around in the backfield. But anyways, white does get to escape. Okay, black makes a second anchor. He has too much contact left to cube this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this I would probably make the 9 point here. I think Barry was thinking that it's going to be like another point to clear later, which is true, but it's kind of good for blocking and it's good for like using as a landing spot later. Okay, so you don't hit here. So this looks okay. Probably best. 6-2, yeah, you could almost, you could even leave a shot if you wanted. But this is fine. This is sort of best for building a board later. It's not like you're hitting next turn very much, probably at all. So it doesn't matter that like you've left a couple blots over there. Okay, he gets to put his stuff together if he likes. Put his 4 point together, which he does and should. White on roll, yeah, still way too much contact to cube this. Like even if you had the 5 point filled in, I think there's still too much contact. With the 10 point and the midpoint still have to clear against these 2 anchors. So yes, I do agree with holding off. I don't think anyone's missed a cube so far. Yeah, no, White's position is getting pretty bad now with those 4 checkers behind the anchor and the inflexible points in front of the anchor. I mean, I don't know if there's anything he could have done about it. Probably not. Like the 6-2 he did was Well, you could play, maybe you could play 3 to 1 actually with the 2. Yeah, maybe that was better to keep the spare and the 8 points. I mean, you want the 3 point slotted and not the 1, but you know, the distribution looks all messed up after Barry's play. So 6-3. Yeah, I would keep that. I would keep the 2 anchors. Just give up the midpoint here. You could actually even leave a blot on the midpoint if you really wanted to. 13 to 7, 8 to 5, but maybe that's just unnecessary. So I would play 13 to 7, 13 to 10. Or yeah, or I guess 8 to 2, 13 to 10 is also a play because you do eventually want to make the 2 points. See, okay, actually, I'm all messed up here. It looks like he did end up clearing the points. 5-1, okay. I would not do anything in the backfield. This looks good. Still too much, especially with the open. The 5 point was closed now. Then you could argue it's a double. But yeah, without that, it might be better to play 13 to 3 here. I don't know. This is getting pretty sick. But boy, this is a lot of shots. He's got 5-4 in addition to all 6s. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. Probably would have ended up playing safe for another turn and just hope the timing works out. Okay, so he gets hit, and then yeah, Steve cashes it in. You could argue it's too good, but I guess maybe White. Does White have a take if he rolls an ace on the next roll? His board's all screwed up, you know. That might have technically been too good. But it's close. If it's too good, it's close. I gotta shut my door. Alrighty, 5-2 by Steve. Can make his 11 and play 21 to 16. This all looks like a normalish thing. Because it locks up a real asset in the outfield. It's sort of the best you can do, maybe. And then yeah, the five could be 6 to 1 instead of jumping out. Although I probably would jump out there. All right, so Barry comes in and I think I would hit with the 2 there. A 13 to 11 is sort of productive at less risk. All right, yeah, just lock up the points you have slotted now. Good, and then maybe you can attack later. Although, yeah, this is a good play by Barry trying to get out of there. Well, up in the race, 11 pips after the roll, so it seems like a good plan. So Steve's just going to hang back, build his board quickly, and hope to hit a shot later, or roll 5-5 or something. 4-3, okay. 4-3, okay. Let's see Steve's technique here. This is not best, but close. So why not play 13 to 9 with the 4 as opposed to giving up the 11 point there? Not that it's a big deal or anything. Okay, so now let's see, 134, 109 before the roll, 126, 109. Yeah, double looks pretty reasonable. There's a 17 pips. Pretty solid pass on the race alone, but not a monster pass. And there's a bit of contact due to the open 5 points. So this double take seems appropriate here to me. If I was black, I'd feel a lot better if I didn't have my ace point made. But I don't think that swings it. I don't think that swings it to a pass. Because it's only, on the race alone, it's only a pass by like 6 pips or so. What was it? 109, no, less than that, 4 or 5 pips. Yeah, so the contact should make up for those 4 or 5 pips. Okay. Probably would not leave the I probably would not have played the 6-2 that way because I think there's maybe too many double hit numbers like this. Although that was pretty duplicated. Okay, so definitely cube this. Definitely cube this. Is this edge not big enough for you? I mean, why wouldn't you cube that? Yeah, that seems weird not to cube that to me. It's like I would eat glass before not cubing something like that. Oh. Yeah, in fact, I would even after white entered twice there. This looks like enough to me. All right, so but this is not a good roll. Like he has to leave a shot. So yeah, I guess he might as well hit with the 5. Oh, there's another play. I think he can make the ace and hit loose on the 2. Sort of saves him from having. One is a 4-point board. And it sort of saves him from having to play a sort of a destructive last one like he had to. Okay, so now this is either double pass or too good. Yeah, it looked like maybe there was some missed opportunities earlier for Steve. Yeah, I would definitely not take this. You could argue it was too good. I mean, I think it's some like monster pass actually. With 13 guys in the zone. The white checker under attack. Black's already escaped a guy, and Black's hugely up in the race. Yeah, white just has not nearly enough here. And the score sort of argues for a pass too. A little bit. Okay, yeah, this looks good. This looks good if he makes the 11. It looks like Black should try to get the backman going in some fashion. Okay, just does this minor split. Stays mostly out of harm's way. Okay, so I feel like the computer plays 6-4 here, even though it's a little ugly. Okay, great roll by Black, making the 7, I assume. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything better he can do with this. He might like to get the backmen going, but they don't go very far, and it's not worth forgoing the 7. Black on roll here. Yeah, so it would be some like very easy take if he cubed. With White has even after Black escapes everybody, which is kind of a tall order. White still has sort of this residual equity from the 3-point anchor game. Both racing and hitting stuff. So if White still has something resembling a game after Black gets everyone out, yeah, Black should not be cubing that. Even here, the race is still close, So this would be some huge take if White wants to double, which I would not do. I'm sorry, if Black wants to double. Yeah. 6-2 is not duplicated, but I don't want to play 7-2, so I probably would end up playing 11-6 there. But I don't know. I mean, maybe Steve has a point, given that he might be up on the bar for a while. Alrighty, yeah, too much work to do to recube this. He needs at least 1-6, and then he can probably cube. Yeah, this is too dangerous, I think. So he's good builders, decent builders if he just plays sort of normally. Creative idea though. Yeah, Barry just never rolled that 6. Now he gets it. All right, he could win it. Okay, I assume Steve is breaking the 11 point here. Just leaving that one blot in the outfield and not getting sort of good builders to go after White if he needs to next turn. Yeah, I like this. No direct shots in the outfield. 3-1. I wouldn't know exactly what to do here. Oh, you could stop on the 10 point maybe, and there's some 4 duplication, and you get to keep your board. Yeah, so now he's given. Now he has 3s in the outfield and 4s to attack inside. Although 3s do cover inside also, so I guess there is a little bit of 3 duplication there. I think that's what Steve was thinking about. What about 8-3-2 here? Don't give White the chance to pop with a 6. Does compromise the prime though. Alrighty, so there's no real hit here, right? So okay, so he plays. I guess he's playing 14 to 8, 5 to 2, and they're just hoping White doesn't roll the 6, and then now he gets to go after him with a million numbers. Yeah, in fact, the right play I think is 7. I think it's 7 to 1, 8 to 3. Yeah, see now he gets hit, and the prime isn't as good. And okay, you don't love leaving two blots, but it's no big deal to get hit on the 1 point, I think. Because then White is still like super trapped, and you keep your 5 prime, and good cover numbers. I don't know. Steve made this work. Good. I wonder if Steve considered it and dismissed it, or he probably just dismissed it because he didn't want to leave two blots. But um, I think the 5 prime is valuable enough that you do leave and the hit on the ace point is not dangerous enough so that it's okay to leave two blots there. It's better to leave two blots there. All right, so Steve takes this game, so it's going to be 4 to 1. Good. It's a 7-point match, so 3 away, 6 away. So Steve has to be kind of careful about cubing in gammonish positions and taking in gammonish positions, where Barry should be very aggressive with both taking and doubling, at least in gammonish positions. A good shot by Steve. It wouldn't be totally sure how to play it. Although at the score, there's a lot to be said for making the 20. This sort of looks like the more normal thing, though. But you make the 20, you sort of reduce gammons for both sides, and you make it hard for White to get in a good aggressive cube. 6-2. Okay, good shot by Steve. Yeah, I would indulge in 13 to 11 here. Good distributionally, good building power. This is okay though. And then I don't know what I would do as Barry here. Probably this combined with either 8 to 7 or 24 to 23. But hitting is certainly a play to try to contain that back checker. I don't like if we're going splitting and you're doing that at a time when you're outboarded 3 to 1. So it seems a little suspicious to me. Okay, so he does go with the idea of coming in splits. Yeah, probably this or 24 to 23 with the 1 was good. If it were just a choice between like hitting or not with that 3, then you'd probably want to do it. But because you have to forgo like this important split in the backfield, then yeah, I did not like hitting there. Oh, I don't like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one. Because he gives up the midpoint. It doesn't play good otherwise, though. So maybe Barry had a point. Okay, he's really going for it here, getting the back man going. Yeah, reasonable. He's up in the race now, and Black's up on the roof. So it seems like an okay time to get out of there. And then, okay, so you can maybe cube this at the scorer. He's too good, or it's just double huge pass. Due to the score, there might have been an opportunity in there. Maybe. I mean, it's sort of double-edged. Like you dance and you're kind of losing. But you gammon your gammons. You're magnifying the value of your gammons, or diminishing the value of the other guy's gammons, and you're sort of taking away the other guy's cube potential. Because it's going to be really hard for the guy who's 3 away to get in a recube there. And the extra points you're putting at stake tend to be worth more for the trailer than the leader anyways. So yeah, there might have been enough there at the score. So yeah, maybe a missed opportunity in there for the 6 away player. Yeah, man, you got to think about the score. Score is as important as the position. Okay, this looks okay. Okay, I guess you hit here, and maybe you hit twice. Just against this, 1-point board. Okay, he does it, and it works. 3-1. Boy, there's so much he wants to do here. And he can only do a little bit of it. Okay, so he goes with the 5 point. Yeah, reasonable. Okay, now what does Barry want to do? Okay, so he hits and probably splits with the 6. Go 24 to 18. I guess he's kind of already split back there. All right, so Steve keeps on hitting. Hope something good happens. 4, 6. Yeah, maybe a hit off the deuce to keep black from really going after you. But I don't know. 8 to 2 is pretty anti-positional. There is a lot of duplication if you pop out with the 6. Because 6 is already hit, and then 3 is like cover. That is a toughie. Ooh, 4-4 gets to attack here. Yeah, and then hit again. Oh, hit again. This is like almost as many good shots, you know. And his upside's like so much bigger if you hit again there. And then White's board is so weak. So that was a bad play by Steve. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the cube here. I don't know, double and dare White to take his awful position. The score makes this a little tricky, but I'm inclined to think this is double pass. But I think that's why Barry took, because he's down so much, and he still wins this a fair amount. But boy, his position's really bad. Yeah, but actually, he puts together a 16 point here, and it's actually not looking too bad anymore. 16 points sure is an asset now. What's going on here? Something looks funny here. Okay, good. He does end up hitting. 3-1. Okay, makes the anchor. Guess that makes sense. Makes sense given the score situation. I don't know if this makes sense to give up the anchor like that. Oh, he would have probably hit twice there. Shifted, make the 5 and then make the 4, putting 2 up on the roof. I think I see what Barry was thinking. The attack is a little thin. But you definitely win more gammons that way, and you might win more games also. Because you just keep black busy. Interesting. Okay, so he can't come in with the 3 and hit with the 4 in the outfield, which is what he should do. Good. Ugh. Okay, gonna pop out and hit probably. Well, pop out anyways, and then you can either make the 9 point or you can hit. Yeah, I see now. He wants the builder for the 2 and the slot for the 7. I think it might be more important to get those 3 backmen going. One of those 3 backmen going, and it's sort of the one you really want to jump. It's the guy that's the most trapped. Especially if you get another guy hit, then you get 4 guys like horribly primed. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a better 6 there. Ooh, 5-5 by Barry. He's down in the race a ton, so I'm a little suspicious about upgrading to the 17 point. Although it doesn't look like it plays good. 1, 2. Oh no, he can play. Okay, so he can play 13 to 3, 16 to 6 safely. Leave no shots and hang back while he's down in the race. Ooh, not 6 to 1. Yeah, this you definitely want to play 8 to 3 and not 6 to 1 with the last one here. This might be second best though. I think he's just overlooking the idea. Yeah, no, I don't know. You don't have the anchor anymore, and you're well down in the race, and you're leaving a shot. He's probably happy if he gets away with it. Oh, he'd like to make his 9 point, but the last one's really bad. So probably he's stuck against this awesome black board. Maybe he's stuck just making the 11 point heavy, like 17 to 11, 13 to 11. I mean, I guess you could try going. I guess you could leave a 3-shot in the outfield and make the 9-point, and say the 9-point just has enough value to justify the risk. Yeah, this is not on second thought. This is not crazy. I don't love the fact that 11's hit if you do it too, in addition to 3s and 2-1 though. Yeah, might be right actually. Would have gotten smacked. Okay, now he gets to do it nice and safely. Although it might be better to make the 10, block the bigger numbers. On the other hand, 5s are blocked on the other side of the board, so it lends more credence to blocking with 5s. And maybe you do want to like hang back on the 17 and not the 16. So I might have gone the other way there, but yeah, Barry's play is definitely not bad there. 3-2. Okay, I would probably do this also. 11-point doesn't have any value really, but it keeps everything alive from making the 9-point at least. Okay, so he rolled 6-6. Yeah. I mean, he's down in the race a bunch, which makes me think Black still has a solid take here. But what's going on with the score? No, actually, take point I think is like 33% here, plus like a little extra for the gammas Black uses. So yeah, this is a good cube, and because the take point is so high, and Black's position is just going to crumble, maybe Steve should actually give it up. This is a little expensive. Oh, that's only it's like 2 shots. Yeah, it's a little hard to attack. Like say Black rolls a 5 here and runs. It's a little hard to attack with the blood on the 3. So probably there was something better there. Yeah, interesting cube action though. At first I didn't like Barry's double, but then the more I looked at it and thought about the score, kind of thought it was a pass in the end. It's a toughie though. A little bit of a toughie. Okay, so yeah, you gotta keep all your blocking points, I guess. Okay, make the 3. It's gonna break down easier if you make the 3 here. In fact, this is the only way to keep a 3-point board. Okay, he's thinking about saving numbers, saving a 5, I guess. But making the 3 saves a 5 too, I think. Yeah. Not clear on what's going on here. This looks a little funny though. What about 6-3 with the 3 instead? Okay, 3-3. Oh, it plays sort of badly. Yeah, this is, I mean, certainly you want to block the biggest numbers you can. Even if you give up the 10-point, it plays pretty badly. So, Yeah, this gives out too much blocking stuff, I think. At a time when, like, the race isn't that good. Yeah, so there must have been something better there, but I don't know what it was. You could actually leave a shot on your 10. Maybe that was the way to go, leaving a shot on the 10. So when he rolls a 6, he's sort of forced to hit, and usually you get a shot back at the guy on the 2, and even when you miss, you get a shooter back there. So I bet there was some reasonable play that left a blot on the 10. But it looks like Barry's going to win this anyways. He's going to go up. He's going to go up 6-4. I'm still thinking about the 3-3. Maybe there's some play where like you shift to the 3-point with 3 of them. 6-3 cubed and then one more. Doesn't seem like the last one played all that good though. 6-3 with 3 of them and 8-5. Yeah, there's probably a lot of stuff worth a look there. But yeah, I just don't like giving up when the race isn't great like that. I don't like giving up the 10. I don't like giving up 2 blocking points in the outfield. And I don't like the fact that his 6s were then good. Okay. Anyways, let's get back. Let's get back to the current game. Okay, so Barry's up 6-4. So gammas do not hurt Barry very much. So Steve, so in other words, like blitzing is less of a plan than usual. So Steve finds something more positional. Okay, your best is this. Steve gets to hit and run. Barry hits him back and hits him twice. Very nice. Okay, he gets to make the 5 if he wants, which he should. Oh, nice shot by Steve. I believe this is best. It's up in the race. Guys, you can make the anchor and play like somewhat productive, 13-7. But it looks like here where the guys on the 4-point anchor are still a little trapped, and Black is up in the race by a bunch. It looked like the 18-point had a lot more value than the 21-point there. So it's worth playing 13-7, which isn't that great anyways. Okay, so Steve with the 6-1. Oh yeah, you can duplicate. Yeah, so this is only like 6s back, right? Sixes are severely duplicated, so it's pretty reasonable. So the 13-7 is obviously possible there too. Okay, Steve's making this work. 5-2. Okay, let's see if Barry finds this. It's definitely 13 to. I don't give it. Yeah, giving up the second anchor is quite bad. Or you should play 13-8, 5-3. Not worry too much about getting hit at this, especially at the score where gammas don't really hurt him. They just sort of take away his free drop later. But yeah, down in the race this much, you need the second anchor here. So that was quite the error, I believe. Yeah, he's dying for a 1 now, or even a 2-3. So let's see, 6. Interesting. I don't know. There's some chance that's the right play. Probably just play 16-7 though. I think he thought he was making an outfield point there when he looked at the play, but I don't know. There's some merit to it. Okay, so yeah, now you can remake the second anchor, and yeah, this would be fine with the other 3, but yeah, you're gonna put a ton of pressure on Black this way. Okay, so probably 13-6. There's no safe play that I'm seeing. If you know you're getting away with it, 11-4 would be great because you get to fill in that 4-point. But it's a double shot and it's 2 blots, so yeah, I like this better. Good, and then the best 2 would be 11-9 to sort of bear on the 3 points. Not worried about getting hit again. See now he wishes he has sort of more shots to hit him off on the 3 points. Like he'd love to hit with this, although it does make the 9 now, so that's pretty decent. Not decent enough to keep Steve trapped. Okay, he's still got this back game formation, which sort of is timing's bad, but well, not anymore. The timing was bad, but it's still even if Black rolled small, that was still causing a lot of problems. Okay, 4-1. This is okay. You cannot play 6-1 here. Try as you might. So probably just playing 11-6. Good. Okay, it's the only play, but it's the best. Yeah, this looks good. You might get a double shot. Oh, great shot by Steve. Don't overlook this. Jesus, what an oversight this would be. Good. Okay, definitely, I'm pretty sure, well, I was going to say I'm pretty sure you want to keep the back anchor, but actually I'm not totally sure about that because you give Black some bad 4s if you leave the anchor. Yeah, I'd have to think about that one. Like 6-4, for instance, is safe if you keep the anchor, and it's a shot if you run. And actually, if you run from the back, you actually get to keep the checker on your 20 for a while. Interesting. Okay, ooh, 4-4, 3-3. Okay, sort of forced to run here. Not literally, but yeah, you can't give up your board. Okay, so 4-3. Okay, so like because he left the anchor, this is the shot. It would have been safe the other way. Okay, but he misses, and then Steve is going to win 1 point here. It looks like. And before I'm going to leave this running, but I'm going to take a little break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Alrighty, where are we at? So, okay, so it looked like it went double take possibly appropriately. Or the double is appropriate anyways. Okay, yeah, so white, oh, black took this? No. So wait, what happened there? Okay, so black, okay, so white doubled and black took this. Oof. Okay, so white, actually, white missed the cube. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, no, I'm sorry. White doubled and black took. Yeah, so you take that if you're losing the game. I mean, so you pass if you're losing the game, and take if you're winning the game. So if I'm looking at that right, maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but it seems funny. No, it actually seemed normal. White was winning. Yeah, no, black doubled and white took. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, white had the good position there. And he still does. Better 5 is probably this. You might even like to get hit because it improves your timing. Like I think the best play here, it might actually not. Yeah, I don't think it's to hit actually, because now black gets to spend a little time entering and then bringing the back checker around, and he's going to get to preserve his board and keep both anchors longer this way. Now, if gammon's counted for white, that'd be more of a reason to hit. So this is Steve would have been horribly crunched or having to give up an anchor by now if Barry didn't hit. A little score-based thing there. Even for double money, say, could be right not to hit there, because the timing. Black's timing seemed very dependent on whether he got that hit or not, whether he got hit there or not. It seemed like he had decent timing if he got hit, and like bad timing if he didn't. So it seemed like a lot hinged on whether white hit there. Yeah, okay. I don't know how this compares to just stripping down the 7. Like, what about 7 to 1, 7 to 4, 7 to 4? Stripping the 7 instead of putting the extra guy on the 8s, because you might want to clear the 7 next point if you roll a number that doesn't clear the 8. That's not a bad thing for white, I think. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad for white to have the 7 point stripped here either. Yeah, would have cleared it. He would have cleared it here, for instance. Now he's got some problems. He's all stripped there. He's gonna leave a double shot now. Woof. I don't know whether it's hitting. Hitting is just the 20 shots, I think. But of course, there are some double hit numbers: 3-2, 2-2. If you don't hit, you get a 4 point board, and you just have one blot exposed. So yeah, you don't hit here. So this is a good play. Like, okay, black can dance here, but that's not necessarily a nice thing for white. Yes, that was a good play. That was a good play by Barry there. Yeah, good he thought about it as opposed to just sort of reflexively hitting. Yeah, now black has to make some concession in the backfield. Oh, yeah, unfortunately, he has to leave another shot. Safest long term would be to clear the 6 here. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff going on here. That's for sure. Yeah, Brad says that brutality of backgammon in one match. I'm actually streaming the match right now. No worries. Yeah, no worries. Anyways, okay, so what do we got here? Okay, so Steve did end up hitting eventually. The 5 point is going to stay open. Barry gets a quick 6, quick 5, quick 5-6. Okay, this looks good. You hang back. I think 11. Well, being 11 pips away is sort of a good thing. All right, so yeah, just leave one blot here, I guess. Oh, he got him. Oh, he covers. Oh my God, what a shot that was. Wow, Steve's going to take this one. Steve's a pretty solid favorite. Now, there's a 3-1's a nice roll because I guess the extra checker off his ace point. Wow, how does Steve win this one? All right, so he's going to play 4-3 there. He should play 4-3 there probably. Oh, maybe not, because he could roll 4-4 here. Yeah, actually, no, Barry's play was technically correct there. Wow. All right, well, I guess I play Steve, so I should sign off now because we're supposed to chat with our opponents. But yeah, maybe if I lose to Steve, I'll probably be back to commentate the finals. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys hang out of this, and I will see you next time.